Hey collective, welcome in, welcome in. We are about to get into a Friday night collective message. Unfortunately, I am not going to be able to do this one live, but I got y'all on the pre-recorded, and I got my girl Phoebe in here with me for the time being until she decides that she ready to skedaddle. And so I got a few channel messages that came through prior to me even starting. I've been channeling messages all day today. I'm going to go ahead and read them off to y'all, and we're just gonna put them out there just to see what comes out when we jump into the tarot and the other oracle decks that we're gonna go into. It's something about collective. There's a connection between you and somebody where you guys, came into contact with one another, and it's like you two were polar opposites. It's something about you two being polar opposites, and this could have caused some type of like distance or separation between you two. I do feel like this could be a situation where we may be talking about a reconciliation between you and somebody. Now, this is not going to be everybody reading. If you have nobody in your life that you've ever come in contact with romantically that you could think that, if they reached out to me, I'll be willing to hear them out and have a conversation with them, this reading will not be for you, because this is giving the energy around somebody that we had an encounter with that it didn't make sense at the time of the encounter. Things were going on in your life, things were going on in their life. It just didn't make sense, and you and this person could have parted ways. And it's something about like you guys is living your lives in two different type of ways or something like that. So we got polar opposites. This is the note, the channel message that I received. It's something about polar opposites, but being willing to fight with intention to make it work. It's something about somebody coming in being determined to think outside of the box and be understanding of your perspective. It's something about this person being in this energy and they're hoping that you will do the same with their views and opinions. It's also something about somebody here. Here's a few like just random downloads, like confirmations for you. You could be already experiencing these things. You could be, you could find yourself experiencing these things after you see this message or whatever. It's something about somebody dealing with headaches. Somebody could, have a headache. I don't know. I felt like a headache right in the front of my face. Maybe even somebody's left eye could be, you could be having like some type of pain within your eye, or maybe even vision issues or something like that. There's also something about running eyes, like so somebody's eyes could be running a lot. That could be a thing. I also channeled something around somebody's ears ringing and somebody being in this energy of feeling really tired and or exhausted no matter how much sleep you get. It's something about somebody could be now or maybe in the future, like in the coming days or so. It could be something about somebody picking out surgery dates. It's something that I got, picking out surgery dates. It said, I put on here, the time frame was 7 to 10 days, 7 to 10 weeks, or 7 to 10 months out or something like that. So somebody could definitely be setting the schedule for some type of surgery. Also, somebody's going to have a C-section or something like that. Somebody could be scheduling a C-section, or somebody, you could have, during pregnancy or during your delivery, divine feminine, you could have had to schedule a C-section or something like that. You could have had a C-section. But it's something about a person maybe even experiencing their allergies acting up. The weather around you right now, or maybe at the time where you see this reading, could be humid. It could be really humid, or there could be something about it being like heavy rain. Like heavy rain, but it's real hot at the same time. Heavy rain, but it's real hot. It's also something about somebody wanting to come in and set the stage. Somebody's trying to figure out a way to set the record straight with you. They're trying to figure out what's the best way to set an opportunity up for that. You know what I'm saying? And so that could be a thing also. And then it's also something about either somebody is now, or maybe in the past, or maybe in the future, you will find yourself with some type of like hair changes, doing some type of, cutting of the hair, or doing something drastically different to it, like coloring it in some sort of way, wearing it in its natural state. There's also something about someone someone has locks and they might be finding themselves like cutting their locks or doing some type of coloring or a different type of technique to their locks or something like that. It's also something about somebody here experiencing some sort of inconveniences that are actually blessings in disguise. And you might initially be like, fuck, you know, that's kind of just like threw my whole plan off. But as you continue to move forward with whatever, you know, is going on, you will soon find out like, damn, that was actually good that it happened like that. It's also something about somebody paying it forward in some type of way. Either you're going to be the one paying it forward, like you're going to be the one starting it, or you're going to be the one benefiting from it. Now, this could be a literal paying it forward in a drive-through or something like that, or you know, some type of gesture being done. Y'all know how that goes. The person in front of you, they pay for their meal and yours, and then you pay for the person behind you meal. That's how you pay it forward. Like somebody could start that, you know, this will be a confirmation for you or whatever. Or you could be the one that feel called to do it, you know, and start it. Or it's something about some type of move or decision that is made or something like that. And it doesn't have to be something as simple as a, you know, paying a simple bill. Some type of movement is made where a person is going to propel, or you'll be able to benefit off of it. It'll propel you forward in some type of way, or this is what you're going to do for somebody else. That sounds like, you know, generational wealth, you know, that sort of thing could be a thing for somebody here, benefiting from it. It's also something about somebody eating McDonald's. Somebody could have just recently had McDonald's breakfast, like a McGriddle, or that's somebody's favorite thing to get from McDonald's, or there's something about maybe even seeing a commercial with McDonald's, the McDonald's McGriddle or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. Somebody also despises McDonald's. Like you're like, throw up in my mouth when I hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's something like that. It's something about somebody being in a rush and you haven't ate and you're needing to stop or something like that to put something on your stomach. Okay, last few things. There's something about someone either going on a fast from smoking. And I'm not talking about, no, I'm talking about smoking, you know, somebody being 420 friendly and you're going on a fast, or somebody's going to be breaking their fast from not, you know, smoking after a long period of time. Like somebody's gonna actually like participate or partake in a session or something like that. Like that could be a thing, especially over this coming weekend or something like that. It's also something about some type of last minute changes in a work schedule, or when it comes to some type of schedule or some type of appointment or something like that. That's gonna be an inconvenience that turns out to be a blessing in disguise, or some type of delay that will actually put you right where you need to be at the right time or something like that. And then there's also something about some type of group trip that somebody is going on or something like that. A 3-person, 3-day experience or something like that. Like, I don't know what that's about. There's some type of group trip or something like that. I don't know. It's also something about somebody going on this trip. You know, you may or may not come back from this trip viewing people differently. Is what I just heard. So that could be a thing. So just brace yourself for that, because y'all know how that shit go when you take, you know, when you take vacations with your friends and shit like that, especially girl trips. So you guys just be mindful of that. But then there's also, last but not least, there's somebody here that's abstaining from being like intimate, like sexually active. Because there's a particular person that you are, you know, holding out for, or you're just like, you know what, no, I'm just gonna wait for this person right here. I'm gonna wait for this experience right here, whatever the case may be. For somebody here, if you know who you want to knock the cobwebs off that shit, that is gonna be the person that is actually gonna be the one to knock the cobwebs off that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's for somebody here. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but that is for somebody here. So those are the channeled messages that I received throughout the day. And then we also had the channel song of the day was the Isley Brothers Summer Breeze. It's something about this summer. It's something about, you know, things being real carefree. Where did Phoebe go? It's something about, you know, things being real carefree, somebody being present in the moment, you know, releasing any type of stressors or anything like that. A lot of things just working out is what I took from that song. Like somebody being able to ground themselves and just appreciate what's happening right there in front of them, and being grateful, you know, showing gratitude for the things that have happened, the things that are currently happening, and all of the things that will come in and happen. You know what I'm saying? And so there's something surrounding that. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna get a couple of you know, different decks out here for us. We're gonna see what the message is. Again, I am recording this on July 17th, Friday, July 17th, and I'm gonna go ahead and post this today. I'm not gonna make you guys wait because I'm not gonna get on live tonight. But hopefully you can find something insightful in this. Holy Spirit, what is this energy surrounding this polar opposites? Like, I want to talk about that. This person that my collective was like in some type of connection with, but they were just different. And now it's like somebody wants to come in and make it work. Like they're intentional about making it work and being understanding. You know, respecting differences and trying to, you know, get on board is what I'm hearing. What is this about? What is this energy about? You guys, please come in and hit that like button for me. The Knight of Cups is in reverse. Tell me more about this. What's this energy about? The Ace of Swords is here. Okay, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, with this Knight of Cups in reverse. Tell me more. And the Ten of Pentacles. Look at that shit there. Where the hell did Phoebe go? Okay. So somebody is definitely having some sort of moment of clarity when it comes to a higher level of commitment with you. Okay, the Knight of Cups in reverse. This could have been a situation where somebody kind of wasn't sure which direction they wanted to go in or something like that. But there's something about somebody's also very disappointed in the way that they showed up within like some last conversation with you or something like that. Somebody's very disappointed about that. This person could have also been in some sort of like, you know, player energy, or maybe they thought that you were in some sort of player energy or something like that. But outside of that, you know, I don't want to focus on that because it doesn't really feel like that, but that could have been a thing. Somebody could have been trying to decide like if the direction that they feel called to go in life, wow, if this would be in alignment with where you are going in life, like if you guys were just on the same path, you know, if your paths would be able to mesh well and intertwine together or something like that. Why is the Knight of Cups in reverse? It's something about somebody definitely having some type of clarity, some type of moment of clarity. And I feel like this person definitely wants to come in and talk to you about having some type of stable, higher level of commitment here with the Ten of Pentacles, where, you know, again, this is couple goals. This is power couple. This is, we're standing the test of time. Again, and that's what I said, this generational wealth right here, you know, paying it forward. Somebody here, this union, somebody wants to talk about like building a family, creating a new tradition. You know, I think somebody was set on how they felt it was supposed to be, and you could have been set on how you felt it was supposed to be. But I think that somebody could be like, we're blending two different backgrounds together. Like, you come from this, I come from this. Let's see if we can come together and make it make sense together. We come from different backgrounds. That's what that polar opposite shit is about. But it's like, I want to come in and be intentional about making it work and having a family with you. Tell me, why is this Knight of Cups in reverse? What's this about? Why is the Knight in reverse? Yeah, the Five of Wands is in reverse. One thing for sure, somebody does not want to fight with you. Somebody does not want to fight with you. Somebody does not want to come in and have any sort of tension or beef with you, any sort of animosity with you or anything like that. Leo could be significant. What happened here? I also feel like this Knight of Cups could be disappointed in themselves. Whoever this individual is, they could be disappointed in themselves for how they didn't fight for, like, when you guys initially encountered each other, how maybe they could have just gracefully allowed you to walk away, like, okay, hey, it doesn't work, you know, like that sort of thing, you know, let's just go ahead and go this way, you go that way, and that'll be that. But I just feel like somebody could be feeling a type of way about the fact that they did not fight, they didn't speak up or something like that. What's the Five of Wands reverse? The Moon is in reverse. Pisces, Cancer energy could be significant. There's some type of like illusion. Okay, there's also some type of feelings or emotions that somebody had that they thought they would be able to fight, that they can't. They have these feelings and emotions for you. Somebody could have tried to repress them, but they can't. They can't. It's something about somebody coming in and wanting to reveal this to you. What's this Moon reverse about? What's the Moon reverse about? The Emperor is there. The Emperor and the Three of Pentacles. Somebody is dealing with a boss or something like that. Or somebody who is willing to step up. What's the Moon reverse about? What's this person got going on? Huh? You want to go? Do you want to leave? Yeah? Hold on, y'all. Here, girl. Go. Bye. All right. Okay. The Three of Wands is here in the upright. You know, I think that whoever this person is, when it came to you guys interacting with each other and the fact that they didn't fight for this connection, like, although you guys come from, like, you, again, you could have two different ideas of how some shit is supposed to be, how you're going to live your life. You guys are, you know, could have been going in two different directions or something like that. I think that this person, like, you know, definitely could have, you know, just decided to not even fight for a better understanding or something like that. They could have just gracefully bowed out of it, you know, like, okay, well, let's just agree to disagree, like that sort of thing or whatever. And somebody could have thought that they would be able to repress these emotions and feelings that they had acquired for you over that time span that you guys were connected. I don't think that it has anything to do with anybody else, if I'm being honest with y'all. With the Five of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse, I don't think this person is a player. This could be somebody that gets a lot of attention, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are entertaining all of this attention or something like that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think that this is somebody who could just be really focused on their forward movement and what is coming in for them. I feel like this could have been somebody that could have been the only thing that they were focused on, and, you know, not deviating away from their plan and what they had prepared for themselves to be inclusive or considerate of your plan and what you saw for yourself, if that makes sense. It's like, okay, I've been preparing this. Like, this is what I see for me coming in, and then I run into you and it's dope, you know, you're a dope experience, you're a dope person, like that sort of thing, but we're not really speaking the same language, you know. And so I'm gonna just allow for this shit to, like, you know, fizzle out, or we're going to go our separate ways. We're gonna have, you know, that final conversation that says we're not in alignment with each other and I wish you the best, like that sort of thing, or whatever the case may be. And, you know, although I do have feelings for you, I'm just gonna stay focused on, you know, my forward movement and my expansion and my plans and the path that I chose. But it's something about this person not being able to do that. They feel disappointed in themselves that they did not try to come to some sort of resolve when they had the opportunity to, or something like that. Somebody also is like, you know, there's a lot of things that have been made clear to this person. There's a lot of clarity. Like somebody is dreaming about another person. Somebody could have thought that they would be able to like leave you behind, and you're like in somebody's dreams. Like you're everywhere is something that I just heard. You're everywhere. So even if they try to just like gracefully walk away from you, you guys, I'm not picking up the energy of this is somebody who tried to destroy your life. I'm not getting that, you know, I'm not. But I feel like this is somebody who could have not fought to bring balance to a, you know, a connection with you, because they were focused on their own forward movement and expansion. But it doesn't matter, because whoever this person is, they're in this space now where it's like, I can't escape you. I can't escape you. These feelings and emotions, like I can't even fight it anymore. Five of Wands reverse, the Moon reverse, all of these emotions that I'm trying to repress, that I try to keep to myself, you know, this disappointment that I feel, you know, this is also somebody that's really jealous about you. They're not jealous of you, they're jealous about you. This is somebody that does not want you pursuing other options. This is somebody that does not want you to deal with any other suitors. Like somebody, the thought of you being with somebody else, it's like, no. Somebody feels like you're like, it's like polar opposites attract or something like that. Like, it's like, yeah, we're different, but that makes us that much more fucking special. You know, like that sort of thing. Somebody has definitely been watching another person at a distance also. With the Three of Wands here. Somebody's been patiently watching you at a distance or something like that, or this is where somebody is. Tell me more about this Three of Wands. What is this person preparing, or what was this? What's this Three of Wands about? Confirmation though. Oh my goodness, look at the Lovers. Oh shit, my bad. The Lovers is here. Big Gemini energy. Somebody has been away from you preparing for a divine union with you. Some sort of being in alignment with you. Wow. And you know what? This makes sense for why somebody could be feeling called to you. Like they can't escape you. They can't fight these feelings and emotions for you. Even if they thought like it's best for us to just go our separate ways. You know, it's just best for us to just go our separate ways, man. We're not speaking the same language. We got two different perspectives on, you know, what life is supposed to be. I feel like I'm supposed to live my life this way. They feel like they're supposed to do it like this. They have, you know, this perspective. I have this one. You know, like they want to get married. I don't. Or, you know, I don't want it like this. I want children. They don't. Like that type of thing. Somebody has been watching you and preparing. This person is being called towards you. The angels is calling this person towards you for this higher level of commitment. This is a soulmate here for somebody. That's a big part of the reason why they cannot fight these feelings and these desires for you. They can't fight it. This is also another reason why this person don't want nobody else having you. Like this is another reason why somebody's like, I can't fathom the idea of somebody else having Divine Collective. And I feel like that's a big part of the reason why somebody is feeling called to come and have some type of conversation with you. This person is seeing it clearly. There's some type of breakthrough here with the Ace of Swords here. What is it about the Lovers? Like, you know, there's some type of, you know, mutual attraction and being like where, again, somebody wants to come in again and be intentional. They're coming right towards you. I'm telling you, somebody is coming right towards you. Pisces could be significant. The Six of Wands is here. The Page of Wands is in reverse. Somebody, Leo, Aries, somebody is coming right towards you. Gonna, you know, it's something about trying to overcome some type of challenges, trying to successfully triumph over some type of hardship, whatever this disagreement was, whatever this was that you guys, you know, we could have with the Page of Wands reverse, maybe we had a couple of words, You know, maybe it was, okay, well, fine then. That's where you stand, fine. I respect where you stand, and I'm going to stand right over here. You going over there, I'm going to go over here. Like that sort of thing, you know? But it does not give off, toxic karmic energy. So please control yourself, okay? Control yourself. If you don't have anybody that you could think of that this, message would resonate with, then maybe this message isn't for you. And that's okay. That's okay. But we're gonna give the message that we need to give, and I don't want people negatively projecting onto a positive reading. You know what I'm saying? Because as of now, the energy does not feel like this is somebody that tried to unalive you or some shit like that. And we get this energy. We have these conversations all the time. You know what I'm saying? Somebody is coming towards another person. Like, for sure. Because this person is looking at you like their wish fulfillment. They're coming towards the lovers for ultimate fulfillment, happiness, stability, abundance, peace. Like, you're everything. You're everything. Somebody also gets a lot of attention with the Six of Wands here. Somebody gets a lot of attention. Now, somebody could be very successful or something like that. I feel like somebody could have not wanted to deviate away from their career path or something like that for a relationship, or, it doesn't have to mean that they didn't fuck with you. Somebody could have just been really, really focused on what they're doing for their career or something like that. There's some type of like notoriety here with the Six of Wands and the Page of Wands in reverse. Somebody didn't want a distraction or something like that. That could have been a big part of the reason why somebody could have been like, you know what? It just doesn't make sense right now. We're going in two different directions. So I'm going to, allow for that to be what it is. I'll allow for it to fizzle out. But I feel like somebody's definitely wanting to come towards you. Because even if they tried to just keep it moving or something like that, even if this person does get a lot of attention from other people or some shit like that, they're not interested in talking. With the Page of Wands reverse, this person is not interested in talking to any of these motherfuckers that's trying to be in their face. That's why I said this could be somebody that's, maybe have, options with this Knight of Cups out here. But the Knight of Cups is in reverse. This is somebody that's not giving a cup, an offer to people. They're not talking to people. They could get a lot of attention. Somebody wants to talk to you. Somebody is coming towards you to give you some type of recognition, give you your flowers, talk about overcoming some type of, challenges or whatever this was with, with y'all union. This is what somebody wants to talk about with you. They don't give a fuck about talking to nobody else. It's like this person can't even like escape the feelings and the emotions about you, let alone be in somebody else's face. And if they've tried to be in somebody else's face with the Page of Wands reverse, somebody like, what the fuck are you even talking about? I don't even care to have this conversation with you, man. You are not Divine Collective. You are not Divine Collective. You're not Divine Collective. I'm not interested. Somebody's definitely watching you also. Somebody's very successful. Somebody's very successful. The King of Swords is here. Okay. Tell me what's going on with the King of Swords. He is out here in the upright. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, masculine energy could be significant. There's definitely some type of masculine energy that is receiving some type of clarity. There's a masculine energy that is receiving some sort of clarity when it comes to some type of decision. Now, this masculine energy been stalling. Just give me two swords out here. This masculine energy been hesitant about coming towards you with some type of communication also. They've been stalling out, but it's something about, somebody doing what's right. They're doing what they feel called to do. And they're going to be honest with themselves. They're being honest with themselves and being honest with you also. The King of Swords in the upright is somebody that you can trust. That's why I'm like, this don't seem like some toxic karmic ass shit. The King of Swords in the upright, Ace of Swords in the upright. This is somebody that's coming in with clear-cut communication. Now, this person could be very logical. Like, they could move from their crown chakra more than their heart chakra. It's mind, you know, they make head over heart decisions. And that could have been exactly why this person, when faced with this decision over here about, okay, what direction am I going to go in? Somebody chose to stay focused on the plan. I already got this plan, man. The shit is coming in. My ships are coming in. I prepared for this. I cannot afford a distraction. I cannot afford to veer off course. Divine Collective is great, but it's just not, we're not speaking the same language right now. You know, like that sort of thing. I got to stay focused on the plan, my career, success. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the public eye, or I'm trying to be in the public eye, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Collective is going in that direction with their career. They have that perspective for their self, that vision for their self. It just doesn't make sense right now. Somebody chose. They chose to just not give to it and walk away, but they can't do that. Their emotions and the energy is pulling this person. The angels with the lovers here is pulling this person back to you. It's calling you two together. There's a divine union here. Give me this King of Swords here. What is this King of Swords wanting to come in and talk about? He's got some type of clarity. He's thinking clearly now, emotionally stable, mentally stable at this time. There's a lot of clarity. Somebody's an officer. Somebody does something. They're in some sort of position of authority or something like that. Somebody's definitely a leader, not a follower. Somebody is a man of their word. That's what I'm like. I don't think this is somebody that moves like, you know, I feel like this is somebody that moves with integrity. This is somebody that could be like, you know, they communicate very, very well. That's why I don't think that this is somebody that left you in the dark about like where they stood and what was gonna go on and where they were at with this connection with you. I don't feel like this was any fugazi shit, not as of right now. Tell me more about this King of Swords here. The Ace of Cups is in reverse. Yeah, emotionally detached. Emotionally detached. Why is the King of Swords somebody cold, very, very cold-hearted, like closed off? Ace of Cups reverse. Somebody was not prioritizing love when they came into contact with you. They weren't. They were not prioritizing love. This was not their focus. That's why they are in this space of head over heart decisions. Somebody is very, very protective of their heart also. Love is the last thing on this person's mind. Give me more on this King of Swords here. This was a difficult decision for this person. Okay, what's going on with the Ace of Cups reverse? Why is the King of Swords and the Ace of Cups reverse? This person is heartbroken. The Knight of Swords is in reverse. Wow, heavy air energy. Unpredictable. Somebody feels like matters of the heart is too unpredictable. Somebody also had a relationship with another person. They went through some type of heartbreak or something like that, where they poured their whole heart into a connection with a person, and whoever this individual is drove them crazy, like did a number on them. And I feel like this is why somebody is so cold-hearted like this when it comes to matters of the heart. They've closed off their heart, or they were in this space. They weren't willing to budge. Somebody was very emotionally detached, but it's not like this person was a liar or deceptive about it. You know, they could have just been very, like, you know, reserved, maybe even a little hard to read. You know, maybe we can communicate really, really well, but this could also be the type of person that doesn't even allow people to get real close to them for real, because of something that happened to them in a past connection or something like that. Why is the Knight of Swords in reverse? Somebody, whoever this King of Swords is, gave his heart to somebody, and this person that they gave their heart to didn't give a fuck about breaking their heart. Damn. What happened to the King of Swords? What's the Ace of Cups reverse to the Knight of Swords reverse? What's this about? The Two of Swords reverse. It's a lot of sword energy out here. Somebody got cheated on. Somebody got cheated on. That's 3 swords in reverse. Somebody was betrayed in love. They gave their heart to somebody and they got cheated on. Three of Swords reverse. They have to heal from this. They didn't expect this person that they poured their heart into, they gave their this overflow of love to. They didn't expect for this person to break their heart like this. They could have never predicted this. And I feel like this is why somebody could be so, you know, closed off when it comes to matters of love at this point. They don't prioritize love. They didn't prioritize love when they came into contact with you. I feel like somebody is having some type of breakthrough moment when it comes to that situation from their past. I think somebody is realizing that that situation from their past caused for them to like block you out. Caused for them to block you out, block a blessing, an overpour of love that would have been very healing and therapeutic. Like an opportunity for them to move on from whatever that past heartbreak was. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 5 swords technically out here. And I would take this as 5 swords in the upright. This is somebody who has been put in some sort of place of competing. Somebody from their past wanted them to compete for them or something like that. Or somebody from their past kept them in some sort of conflict. There could have been some sort of abusive relationship that this person was in. Somebody like broke their heart. Somebody broke their heart and didn't give a fuck. Damn. Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more. Yeah. What happened here? This person wants to come in and talk to you about this. Somebody wants to come in. This person wants to have a conversation with you and tell you why they showed up the way that they showed up when it came to matters of the heart. Why they didn't fight to make it make sense between you two. You know, it's like any little inconvenience or something like that. Like the slightest thing, somebody could have been like, you know what, okay, that's good enough for me. That's good enough reason for me to walk away. You know, like that sort of thing. Somebody wants to come in and tell you about like how they got their heart broken, how they got cheated on or something like that. Tell me more. Some decision that was made, why they chose the path that they chose with the 2 of Swords in reverse. Tell me more about this. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. 3 of Swords. I'm telling y'all, this person, they chose this path. They really stopped taking action towards people and like just maybe got very career focused because somebody got their fucking heart broken. 3 of Swords. Somebody got cheated on. Somebody was put in a love triangle. Somebody was put in a love triangle. This is why. This is why. This is why. This puts somebody at a complete halt. Cancer could be significant. Libra as well. Pisces as well. Heavy emphasis on a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius though. Shit. Okay. Yeah. The 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Taurus. Somebody was used. Confirmation. Somebody was used. They were taken advantage of. They was like strung along and shit like that. Somebody was left in some sort of space of heartbreak, some sort of loss or something like that. And this is why this person was moving in a space of making head over heart decisions. They would not take their focus off of what was I doing before you came here? What was going on in my life before you came here? Like, yeah, you dope, you know, but, you know, we're speaking different languages. I'm going in this direction. You know, I'm focused on my career. I got this going on. I got that going on. I can't really, you know, last time I, you know, did this shit, you know, I you know, sacrificed certain things. I fought for a relationship. I did all of the things or whatever. I stood on business about a relationship and I ended up with my heart broken. And I just think that somebody was not willing to take a chance like that. And they could have tried to like walk away. But they can't walk away from you. And I think that somebody is realizing that, and this person wants to come in and tell you the truth, give you clarity about why they moved the way that they moved. And somebody is hoping that you will be willing to, like, okay, the problems of us being, you know, living our lives differently is not really the problem here. The problem here is I've been hurt and I'm afraid that if I open myself up to you, I'm going to get hurt again. And so as a self-defense, like a defense mechanism, I'm just using this issue right here, even though it's not really an issue, You know what I'm saying? We can adjust and pivot and make this thing work if we really want to. But I'm going to take this as an opportunity to be like, you know what? Okay, we can just go ahead and part ways anyway. Because I'm honestly scared. And this is a way for me to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Before I can even get hurt again or some shit like that. I feel like somebody is definitely in a space where they're going to come towards you and want to talk to you because this person is realizing that they've been self-sabotaging, or that they self-sabotaged a higher level of commitment that could have been amazing. This person is willing to adjust whatever those little schedule conflicts, you know, perspective conflicts, or whatever the fuck that simple ass shit was that you guys could have been, you know, okay, trying to navigate through, you know, but they're hoping that you're going to be willing to, okay, be open-minded to them as well. Hear them out, be willing to adjust and pivot and, you know, make it make sense with them also. That's what this is. Somebody was petrified. Okay, give me this 10 of Pentacles here. But somebody definitely wants to come in and invest in you for the long run. With the 10 of Pentacles, somebody definitely want to come in and invest for the long run. I just heard 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a countdown happening. There's a countdown happening. Tell me about this 10 of Pentacles for this person that's wanting to, you know, come in and make this make sense with my collective, you know, despite them being polar opposites. You know, what is this 10 of Pentacles about? The 7 of Swords is in reverse. Somebody wants to come in and reveal the truth about some things. Tell me more about this. They want to tell you the truth. Somebody was lying. But I feel like, I don't know why I just heard a white lie. A lie is a lie. A lie is a lie. However, I feel like this is a situation where somebody, they use this as a reason for why it couldn't work. But that wasn't the reason why this person didn't take action towards you. They lied about that. Y'all's schedules and beliefs and all of these different things, the paths, that wasn't the reason why you guys couldn't work. It was because this person was afraid of being hurt again. That's what this was. Somebody wants to come in and be honest with you about that and tell you the truth. Tell me about the 7 of Swords reverse. What are they wanting to reveal? What are they wanting to reveal? To have the 10 of Pentacles, what are they wanting to reveal? Their regret. The 5 of Pentacles, not the 5 of Pentacles, I'm sorry. Taurus could be significant though. The 5 of Cups. They abandoned you. They fumbled you. They know they fumbled you. They regret fumbling you. Somebody wants to come in and tell you the truth about this. Tell me more about their regrets. What do they regret? What are their regrets? Like, what is this about? What do they want to come in and talk about? What's this regret? The King of Wands is in reverse. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, masculine energy could be significant. For some of you guys, this could be same sex. I got 2 masculines out here. But somebody, you know, I feel like this person regrets being in some sort of impulsive energy. Like they just, you know, was quick to walk away, quick to drop the ball basically in this union, quick to give up. They didn't fight for it, like that sort of thing. They didn't even try to make it make sense, you know, but this was out of fear. This was out of fear. Tell me more about what if the King of Wands, they regret not standing on business. They regret not standing on business and being a leader and doing what they felt called to do. That's what they regret. Somebody wants to apologize about this. They want forgiveness for this. Tell me more about what the King of Wands reverse regrets. What is this about? This could be a very handsome masculine energy. Very, very handsome masculine energy. And this person could get a lot of attention. Like somebody could get a lot of attention. Like very, very attractive individual. But this person, like, you know, definitely fumbled, was not a leader when it came to this situation here. And I feel like this person also wants to ask for forgiveness for disappointing you. The Knight of Cups reversed, the Five of Cups in the upright. Somebody knows you're disappointed in them, that they didn't try and make this make sense. They held back their feelings. This could be somebody that you knew they had certain feelings for you or something like that, but they could have repressed them. They could have just like, nah, I'm good. I'm chilling. I ain't, you know, I'm good. Whatever. Shit. You know, that sort of thing. It's like, dude, cut the shit. You feel feels, man. You feel feelings. Like, cut the shit, you know? Somebody was trying their hardest to not have feelings, but they got them. And they can't block it. They can't even fight it. They can't even fight it. This person is regretful for even attempting to fight these feelings that they have for you. Somebody is very attracted to you. They want to take action towards you. They repress that also for a long period of time for somebody here. Tell me more about the King of Wands. What does he regret? The Four of Swords is here. What's the Four of Swords? Some type of contemplating. What is the King of Wands reverse? What's the Four of Swords? You put something to rest. He regrets putting something to rest and impulsively rushing to put something to rest. He rushed. He didn't like get the big idea, the big picture of it. He lacked foresight. He lacked foresight. He regrets not seeing like clearly the lovers. How much you guys were in alignment with one another. How good this could have been. He put it to rest. Tell me more. What's the Four of Swords for what the King of Wands reverse regrets? What's this about? He blocked it. Seven of Wands. He blocked it. He blocked it. He regrets doing that. He also didn't heal. I feel like whoever this King of Wands reverse is regrets not healing for this union. Letting some shit be. He was defensive. He was defensive and guarded. Hard to get through to. This also could have been somebody that could have been kind of stubborn. Like wanted you to fold to their way of thinking. This is my plan. So, okay, if you're going to come, you got to go in alignment with what I'm doing. But you could be the type of person that's like, nah, I'm doing it. I'm doing this my way. Like, you got your path and I got my path. And now if we can come together and walk our paths together, then okay, cool. You know, but if not, then I'm going about my business and you going about your business. Like that type of thing. And this person could have started looking at it like, okay, well, you're just a distraction then if that's the case. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's some kind of like, you know, arrogance here. Not going to lie to you with the King of Wands in reverse. But this was out of fear. Like, this was a defense mechanism. Somebody knew that they needed to heal from all of this shit right here. They needed to heal from all of this shit right here. And they regret not doing that. They regret not communicating with you. They regret disappointing you and fumbling you. Blocking you out with the Seven of Wands here. Closing you out. They feel like they blocked the opportunity for them to heal. Like a healing connection. Give me more on this. It's something about this person choosing options that were in alignment solely for them. This person could have been very, very selfish and self-centered with the King of Wands in reverse. It's about me, me, me. You know, and I feel like this could have been a thing because they were generously given to another person from their past, and this person took advantage of them, broke their heart. So moving forward, this person has been cold-hearted, and it's about me, me, me. And you came in like, okay, well, if you're going to connect with me, it's going to have to be a us. Not a you or not a me. It's going to have to be a us. And somebody could have been like, no. Or they could have not been willing to do the work that was required for you guys to kind of like make it make sense. And it could have just like Like I said, this could be somebody with this 7 of Wands here, King of Swords upright. You know, this could be somebody that's so closed off that it's hard to confirmation. It's hard to even like begin anything with this person because of how closed off they are, how emotionally detached they are. This sounds like an avoidant. This sounds like somebody was dealing with an avoidant that is having some type of breakthrough moment and seeing what is causing them or what was causing them to be an avoidant in this union. Somebody wants to come in and rectify that now. They want to come out of that avoidant energy. Tell me more. Yeah. The Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. They blocked you off. Somebody regrets doing this. Somebody knows that they blocked an opportunity of a lifetime by being so defensive and guarded. Like trying to just be in control of everything all the fucking time. Yeah. As a defense mechanism. Why is the Ace of Pentacles reversed? The Devil in reverse. Big Capricorn, Virgo could be significant. The World, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. You know, with the World at the bottom of the deck, the Empress in reverse at the top of the deck, somebody had to regain control over themselves after some type of cycle has closed. Somebody had to really like energetically and emotionally close out some type of cycle from a distorted counterpart from their past. Now this could be a mother wound, or this could be with this Empress being in reverse at the top of the deck. This could be an ex-wife. It could be a child's mother. This could be their fucking mama. Yeah, somebody. And then the Queen of Pentacles is here. Yes, two different type of feminine energies here. The Queen of Pentacles in upright though. Yeah, somebody knows that they missed out. They didn't invest in you. Somebody loves really hard. Somebody doesn't want to, or they were trying to prevent themselves from getting attached to you because it's something about like the damage that you would be able to do to this person. Somebody felt like loving you. King of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this is somebody that's just, look at this. The Queen of Pentacles is here, and then the King of Pentacles in reverse right after that. Right behind her. You know, the World is here and the Chariot. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, big Cancer. Okay. Heavy emphasis on a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, you guys. Gemini as well. Whoever this person is. And then we got a High Priestess in reverse. Somebody, you know, somebody could have thought that although, you know, you came in seeming like, you know, the complete package, everything grounded, stable, something worth investing in. Somebody here, this person is just as a defense mechanism. They've been focused solely on their money and their financial stability. This person ain't worried about nobody else, or they wasn't worried about nobody else, or giving to anybody else or anything like that. Somebody lost a lot of money in their last relationship and they were very unstable. They did the most with the Two of Pentacles here. Judgment right up under that, creeping out. These decisions led to them being unstable. Okay. Being overwhelmed. And somebody thought that, you know, loving you could have really, you know, thrown this person off of their pivot. You could have been a big, huge distraction to this person, which I don't think somebody was able to take a chance with that, if that makes sense. It's something about somebody knows the impact that you have on them. You will have them break all the rules. You're the type of person, you come in and you cause towers in people's lives. You change people. You change people. When you go into connections with them, you change them, you change their beliefs, you change their way of thinking. That's what you do. You would have changed this person in a way that they were afraid. 10 of Cups is here. This person was afraid because it's like, yeah, you come in and you create all of this drastic change in my life, and then what happens if you fuck me over and now I'm left to deal with it? I'm left to deal with all of these things again. You know what I'm saying? I'm left to deal with all of it again. Somebody needed to detach from the emotions from their past. Somebody needed to detach from the emotions from their past. I think somebody definitely wants to come in and talk to you about this. We're going to get a little bit more out here. I feel like whatever this person was tethered to, they have definitely regained control. They've regained some type of control over themselves. Let me get a little bit out of here. Let me get a little bit out of my deck. I feel called to go to my deck. Let's see what's going on. Holy Spirit, anything else? Why would this be at the bottom of the deck like this? What else is this energy? Like, tell me more about this energy of somebody that wants to come in and, you know, even though they felt like them in my collective, like somebody ran from this union. Somebody was in runner energy, like, because this shit was so intense. It was so intense. I think like somebody could have felt more passion. Like you could be the type of person where it's like, yeah, my ex, I was willing to do this for my ex, but for you, what you say? I will cross the ocean for you. I will go and bring you the moon. What you say? What you say? I will be your hero, your strength. Anything you need. Somebody was willing to do whatever for you. And I think that terrified this person because they are focused, or they were focused solely on the path that they've been putting in preparation since they've gone through this, whatever this past breakup was. And you are influential enough, powerful enough to come in and veer somebody off course, off of their path. But really, it's not even that. It's not even that. You guys are just supposed to align together and make it make sense. You're not intentionally coming in trying to distract anybody. However, if you can come in and drop some gems and give some, you know, some other ways of, hey, have you thought about doing it like this? You know, this works also. You know, that's helpful. We can put two different perspectives together and see, you know, what we can come up with. Thank you. Somebody said, it sounds like a personal problem to me. I don't feel like you're really bothered by this person, or this person feels like you're not bothered by their absence in your life. Okay, you could be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, that's, you decided. Like, for somebody here, you could be like, that sounds like a personal problem to me. You didn't want to fight for us. You didn't want to at least attempt to see if we can make it make sense. Okay, cool. You know, or this is how somebody feels like you feel. Do the cord cutting is out here in reverse though. So I don't really feel like, you know, this is somebody that you're supposed to detach from. I don't really feel like this is somebody you're supposed to detach from, but you got free will. Okay. You got free will. I think somebody is definitely coming back towards you. Somebody does not want to, you know, be removed out of your energy. Give me more on this. Cooking dinner, putting shit in your food. Oh my goodness. Who the hell is this? Sounds like a personal problem to me. With that Empress reverse, somebody, past person, could have been abusing divination in a union with them. With that Empress being in reverse, using them. March of 1959 is significant. Somebody could be born in 59. Give me more on this. What's this about? Give me more on this situation. Somebody could be a Leo. Somebody also has an old soul. Like somebody has an old soul. Somebody done did past lives with this person. Somebody could have had a Leo. Somebody could have been putting shit in a Leo's food or something like that. This person of yours, whoever this is, somebody was being abused in some type of way in a union. Let it breathe is here. Let it breathe is here. Somebody definitely wants to put some shit to rest. I have to ask my wife is here. Somebody definitely wants to, somebody's going to come in and propose something. Somebody's going to propose a higher level of commitment. And I don't think this person is just wanting some type of simple ass relationship. Somebody wants to be connected to you, something that will last a long period of time. 1959 is here. That was like, you know, so fucking long ago. history. Somebody wants to build a history with you or something like that. Somebody could feel like they've done several lifetimes with you, or like they have some type of like, you know, soulmate, soul connection with you. Okay, it says without you, I am nothing. Without you, I am nothing. Some of you guys could have, like, I don't know why I feel called to say that. Like, what is this past energy here? Where is that deck at? Let's see. I'm still working with learning this deck, so we're going to, you know, take it as it resonates. Imprisonment or slavery? Damn. Tell me about this March 1959. What's this past energy about for March of 1959? What's this about? What happened in 1959? What is this about? Egypt is here. Huh. Egypt? You guys have definitely done several lifetimes together. Like, it could go back as far as like Egyptian time. Tell me more about this. What's this Egypt about for this past history? Like this, what is this? Unrequited love. Wow. You guys, what the fuck have you and this person been doing all of this time? Somebody here, you could have done like several lifetimes. Atlantis is at the bottom of the deck. Several lifetimes with this fucking person, and something intervened with it that, you know, blocked you guys. But with the Egypt here, these pyramids have stood the test of time. They've, you know, centuries. This is something that, you know, was built and formed long ago. Long ago. I don't know, like, if some of you guys could have already, you know, you could have done a lifetime in the like early 1900s or something like that. You know, like somebody needs to go do a past life regression or something like that. I feel like that'll help you make better sense of maybe how many lifetimes you've done or some shit like that. There could be something significant, like, you know, about this time period. Give me more on this. Like, what is this unrequited love from? Like, what the hell? Justice reverse, Ace of Cups reverse. It's something about somebody feeling like it's just not right. It's not right. This love is just not right. Ah, polar opposites. It's just not right. I feel like you and this person have been trying to get this right for centuries, lifetimes. And it seems like there is something that always pulls you two back together, no matter what lifetime it is. And it's something about this person this time around. Who knows what the issue was that blocked you guys? I mean, I know what it was. It was the underlying issue was somebody was heartbroken and afraid to love. There's a fear. They're in runner energy. But it could have been something about you guys' day-to-day realities that this person was like, it's not right. It's not right. This love is not right. The backgrounds that you come from is not right. Unrequited love. I can't love you. I wouldn't be able to love you. It just doesn't make sense. The Fool is in reverse. I'm just not going to go towards it. It's too risky to take a leap of faith in that direction. It's not right. I wouldn't be able to justify it. It doesn't make sense. Huh. It's too risky. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But this is a very powerful union here. The Magician is here. This is a very powerful, resourceful connection here that will be able to cultivate and manifest all sorts of things into this reality. Wow. That's why the Lovers was there. The King of Swords is in reverse. Big Gemini energy. Somebody's like, it's not right. It just doesn't make sense. I can't wrap my mind around it. I will lose control of myself. Being in a relationship like that, the power, it's like somebody is afraid to open up because of how powerful the energy between you two is. Give me more on what happened here in the past. But it's like this shit has stood the test of time. Some of you guys, depending on how old you are right now, some of you guys were alive in 1959. Some of you guys were alive, I mean, in adulthood, like well into adulthood in 1959. Okay? Some of y'all can be in your early 20s, you know, maybe even, you know, early 30s, like some shit like that. I don't fucking know. You do the math. That's not going to be for everybody. That's not going to be for everybody. Damn. Tell me more about this. What happened in the past with this union here? What happened in the past with this union here? Biblical. I'm telling you, you guys, I don't know what you and this person, this is your motherfucking person, somebody here. And y'all have been doing this shit for centuries, somebody here. Y'all been doing this shit for centuries. That's why the cord cutting is in reverse. You're not severing ties from this person. You're not severing ties from this person. Yeah. This is somebody, look, galactic spouse. Galactic spouse and the angels. Galactic spouse and the angels. You guys. Authority figures. The angels. Spiritual court. The angels have decided. The angels have decided. It doesn't matter. This is your person. Some of you guys, like, you know, this shit stands the test of time. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. That's why this person is not able to just walk away from you, and you could be in this space where you haven't just been able to walk away from this person either. Biblical, like there could be something about religious beliefs that block you too. Perspectives, upbringings, you know, backgrounds. You come from this type of background, I come from that type of background. This is your history, this is my history. But whatever the case may be, trying to make it seem like it's not possible for you two to be together, the divine is like, no, that's your person. That's your person. All of these excuses for why it can't work are literally just excuses. That's what this is. They're literally just excuses. You know, somebody, you're being stubborn last lifetime. This lifetime, this individual being stubborn. It could be one of those things where it's like it keeps going back and forth. And, you know, it's something about letting it breathe. But somebody is coming in and they're going to ask, somebody's going to be asking another person to be their wife. Somebody, the 10 of Pentacles was there. Somebody's going to be asking another person to be their wife. Capricorn is here. I love the way you taste. Now, for some of you guys, we just seen, you know, shower smacks come out, was at the bottom of the deck. You know, for some of you guys, especially if you've, you know, crossed those boundaries with this person, seeing lots of greenness here. Okay, somebody's definitely focused on their money, but they could definitely still be having fantasies about experiences that they had with you or experiences that they would like to have about you. Okay, somebody loves the way another person tastes. It could be they love the way your lips taste. They love either set of lips is what I just heard. But somebody, either set of lips is what I just heard. And so, or somebody would like to taste somebody's lips. Okay, he hates your cooking. Who is this that's putting some shit in somebody's food? He hates your cooking. Get a cookbook, watch YouTube videos. And somebody was cooking dinner, putting shit in somebody's food. That's why this person don't like whoever the fuck was cooking. What's this about? Who is this that, you know, was putting something in somebody's food? Like, what's this energy right here about? Real quick. What's this about? Because I feel like whoever this person was dealing with in the past was definitely like, you know, doing work on them or something like that, and not giving a flying fuck about the effects that it would have on this person. Again, we seen that with the Knight of Swords in verse. Somebody did not give a fuck about the consequences of their actions, like with when it came to what they were doing to this person. Yeah, somebody was definitely doing work on an individual to have them stressed. Somebody was putting things in this person's food or something like that. Somebody could have been cooking somebody's lunch for work and putting shit in their food or something like that. The Four of Pentacles is here in reverse. Somebody was cooking somebody's lunch or dinner or something like that after work, and they were putting shit in this person's food. There's a karmic film. There's a Timu-ass kitchen witch that was putting her menstrual in somebody's food, is what I just heard. That's the quickest way to have somebody fucked up. Okay, it's something about somebody was doing work on this person to have them stressing, anxious, and paranoid or something like that, about opening up and giving to somebody else or something like that. The Emperor is here and the Judgment in reverse. Aries, heavy emphasis on Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, and then yeah, sneakily somebody was doing this to an Emperor to cloud his judgment. Somebody was doing shit to an Emperor's food, doing work on an Emperor, so that way this person would, you know, make the wrong decisions. They were sneaking and doing this. That's the truth. Okay, somebody definitely wanted to have a person in a mental prison, okay, when it came to their thoughts and seeing things clearly or something like that. So they was putting things in this person's food and they didn't give a fuck about this. And you remember I said at the beginning, somebody could have done something to somebody, and when they found out what was being done to them, it could have drove them fucking crazy. That's because somebody was under some type of spell work or something like that. Anything else about this? Cooking shit, and he hates it. Somebody hates the way somebody cooks. Yeah, the Leo energy is very, very heavy with the Sun in reverse. It's something about like somebody was wanting to keep somebody in a depressive state, keep them hidden or something like that. They definitely wanted to keep this hidden. Yeah, the Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, both of them being in reverse. Somebody was definitely trying to block another person from following their heart. Like somebody, a karmic was doing things to keep a person caught up in a loveless union. But they were using this individual. Six of Pentacles came out in reverse. They were using this individual. This is somebody that was purposely doing things, trying to block somebody from love, okay? From opening themselves up for love. Birds chirping is here. There's a lot of talk. Somebody is like, there's some birds. There's a lot of communication. Give me more on what's going on here. What's this about? He's a warlock, okay? For some of you guys, like I said, this could be same sex. Somebody also could be dealing with a warlock, okay? And warlocks are not always bad. We're going to see. Tell me about this warlock. What's this warlock got going on? There's some people talking about a warlock, or there's a warlock talking to a whole bunch of people or something like that. What's this warlock got going on? What's going on with this warlock? Shit, somebody here, this person could, let me just get one. This person could have the truth about what this person was doing to you, collective. If you know you're divine feminine and you know you were dealing with a warlock, the truth about what this person from your past was doing to you is going to be being brought to the light. Also, everybody's getting exposed here. Give me this warlock. What's going on with this warlock? What's going on with this Warlock? The 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Somebody done divorced a Warlock, separated from a Warlock. You can have a family with this masculine energy. This Sun card keep coming out. Okay, big Leo energy here with the Sun in reverse. Somebody was doing work. And then the seven of Swords in reverse, and they're gonna have to come clean. So somebody, what was it that this Warlock is coming clean about? A lot of people are talking about this relationship. Somebody was what about this relationship? What about this partnership? What about this partnership? The 5 of Swords is in reverse. Somebody here, you were not the problem in some relationship with whoever your past person is. Okay, what else does my collective need to know about this? The 5 of Pentacles is in reverse. The Fool is in reverse, and the Justice is here. Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, Cancer. Somebody been holding back the truth from you, but this is gonna be coming in. And honestly, I just heard you might not even give a fuck, but it's gonna be exposed anyway. Yeah, and somebody's gonna be apologizing for being like emotionally immature and shit like that. Maybe when it came to third parties and they took action towards third parties and wanted to keep you feeling isolated or rejected or something like that, made you feel alone or something like that. Somebody's going to be coming in and wanting to apologize about that, collective. You got somebody from your past that know that they lost their family. Yeah, they know that they lost their family, and this person is going to try and come in and like be apologetic towards you or something like that, collective. Divine femme, divine masculine, you're going to block it. You're going to block it. The World is in reverse. Come through. Ace of Swords is here. Queen of Wands is here. Queen of Swords is here. Somebody here, you're clear about moving the fuck on from whoever your distorted ex is. Like, you're clear about moving on. Yeah, this person did lose their family. They did lose their 10 of Pentacles. Okay, they sure did. Tell me more about this person. Like, who is this other person that my collective didn't know? Coming to bring balance is here. Coming to bring balance is here. Tell me more about this other person, this new person, or that you know they couldn't get on the same page with because of these differences or something like that. Tell me about this person. I don't want to hear about no crunchy ass ex that was a Warlock. I have to ask my husband is here. Okay, come through. You turn me on. Heavy emphasis on a Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn out here twice. February 2nd of 2022 could be significant. And then there's definitely something about somebody sabotaging a union for a third party or something like that. And a third party does not have to just be another person. A third party could be anything, an outside influence that, you know, distracts the person from the union. Tell me about this sabotage does for my third party. Tell me about this. House fires, towers, chaos, panic, downfall, exposed. It's in reverse though. Somebody wanted to avoid some type of tower. They wanted to avoid a tower. Neo, say it is here. And I feel like it's because somebody would do anything that you fucking tell them to do. House fires, it's something about somebody wanting to avoid some type of chaos or something like that. So they sabotage the union. I don't think you realize how much power and control you have over somebody. Rainstorm cuddling is here. Somebody want to listen to slow R&B and rainstorm cuddle, and somebody likes the way a person tastes. You're very much so, you know, a tease to a person. Tell me more. Will you allow me to love you is here. Tell me about this person that wants my collective to allow them to love them. Will you allow me to love you? What's this about? Yeah, there's some type of drastic transformation that's here. 4 of Swords is here. Scorpio could be significant. Something is, there's like a drastic change. Somebody's healing. Somebody wants to heal and move things forward with a Queen of Wands. Okay, come through, Spirit. Okay, somebody said, will you allow me to love you? Somebody knows you got hella suitors also. Somebody know you full speed ahead. And you will walk away. Somebody knows you will walk away. You will turn your back on them. You don't just have to work with anybody, and you won't just work with anybody. Somebody is wanting to know, will you allow them to love you? Okay, yeah, that's what they're being called to do with the Judgment here. Somebody is being called to do this. They want forgiveness. They want mercy. Okay, somebody is sorry for not having confidence in, you know, this union, confidence in you. They abandoned you. They, you know, left you out in the cold and didn't fight to make it make sense with you, or whatever the case may be. Yeah, the Emperor is here. Somebody was afraid. Tell me why this Emperor is in reverse. Why is the Emperor in reverse? Damn. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Pentacles in the upright. Oh, that's too many. We got a King of Cups here, Five of Swords. Somebody willing to come in and fight and compete for some type of attention from you. You got this. This person feels like you don't give a fuck. They could be really focused on trying to recover some type of missed opportunity. At least that's how they feel like they feel like they missed out on this opportunity, because you're not in your head about this person, or at least that's how you make it seem. That's why they're asking, will you allow them to love you? Because you don't really seem like you give a fuck. This time I'll get it right. This time I'll get it right. Showing up changed for good. Okay. What is it that this person is changing this time around? They're willing to fight for this shit. Somebody 5-5 could be significant. Somebody's willing to fight for this shit. They willing to stand on business about it. And not just like, okay, well, I can't do anything with it. Yeah, they're willing to take the leap of faith. This time I'm going to take the leap of faith. I'll get it right. I'm going to jump on the opportunity. The Fool is here. They're going to go for it. They're going to have blind faith in it. Like, they're going to do it. Yeah, the Eight of Wands here, forward movement. I'm taking action. Somebody also going to be more, they're going to communicate more this time. They're going to let you know what's going on instead of like holding back. They're going to actually like somebody's going to come at you like and let you know like, this is what's up. This is my passions. This is, you know, the desires that I have. You know, somebody also realizes they know that they wasn't taking accountability or something like that. That's the truth. Somebody's going to come in and bring balance for sure. That's their plan. But somebody feel like you might not allow them to love you. Okay. Why don't they think my collective, like, why do they feel like they got to ask my collective if they will allow them to love them? Why do they feel like they got to ask this question here? Judgment here. Because they feel like you're judging them. They feel like you judge them. The Eight of Swords is here. This person is definitely in their head about the way that you're judging them. The way that you view them is very important to them. Yeah, the Four of Swords is here. Somebody feels like you made a decision on what you think of them, and you're not, like, are you even able to change your mind about how you view them? Are they even able to recover? Are you able to forgive them? Like, somebody feels like you've made your mind up about this individual, like in the way that you perceive them or something like that. And with the Hermit in reverse, it's something about like, you could be like, yeah, I'm back outside. I'm doing my thing. I'm not worried about that shit at all. You know, like that sort of thing. You could definitely be like, yeah, the Death is here. The Death is here. Strength in reverse. You could definitely be making it clear that you don't have not a lick of motherfucking confidence in this person changing or something like that. You could think that this person is stubborn, and that could be because of how they wasn't willing to budge when it came to certain adjustments and pivots that they needed to make in order for y'all relationship to, you know, progress into something of substance for somebody here. So you could look at this person like, you know, they made their mind up, and okay, cool, you made your mind up, motherfucker, I made my mind up too, I'm going this way. Okay, but somebody did not stop thinking about you. Somebody is definitely still feeling called to come towards you in one way or another, and they're gonna do that. Let's get a little bit more before we go to another deck. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get a little bit more before we go to another deck. Any more messages here? I'm going to do right by you, loving you properly. I'm going to do right by you, loving you properly. It's lonely at the top. It's lonely at the top. I'm going to do right by you, loving you properly. I think somebody definitely wanted to focus on their career or something like that. And they could have solidified what they needed to solidify with their career. And this person could be wanting to like now come back and be like, okay, I got all of this with my career and I still feel lonely. I still feel empty. You know what I'm saying? Like that sort of thing. Also, somebody here, your ex and their new person both watch you for different reasons. Somebody wants to bend another person over a chair. Somebody's an Aries. Okay, you or somebody else, and it's something about letting some type of tension build. Somebody is definitely talking about a person in their group chat. Somebody here, you're in the group chat. Okay. What is this person like? This collective's ex. What is collective's ex watching them for? What is collective's ex watching them for? They want their 10 of Pentacles. They want the 10 of Pentacles with you. Tell me more about why collective's ex is watching them. Why is collective's ex watching them? The devil is in reverse. Somebody, you release this individual. You cut them off. You cut them off. Why is collective's ex rebound watching collective? Why is the rebound watching collective? The Hermit is in reverse. Big Virgo, Capricorn could be significant. What's the Hermit reverse? The King of Cups is here. Somebody got a rebound, like watching you to see like who you gonna pop out with or something like that. Yeah, the Two of Swords is in reverse. Like what way you gonna go? Like I think a rebound is worried that you gonna come and take your past person back. You know what I'm saying? The King of Swords is in reverse. Somebody a liar, somebody deceptive or something like that you release. Somebody want to know if you're gonna pop out with a King of Cups. The Nine of Wands is in reverse. Like, or if you gonna just give up, like, what the fuck is this? Like, somebody want to know if you gonna give up on your past person. They want a rebound is watching you while they're with your past person to see if you've actually given up this toxic ass individual that you like, fuck that person. Like somebody trying to see what decision you're gonna make. Like somebody might think that you trying to be a third party in their relationship or some shit like that. It's like, bitch, please control yourself. Collect yourself, ho. Y'all, that motherfucking crunchy ass, karmic ass relationship, please. Nobody want to be a part of that shit. Okay, the Four of Cups is in reverse. Somebody like, bitch, I already know what the fuck y'all, that motherfucker offering. Ain't no way I'm finna come over there and be a motherfucking third party. Don't invite me to the celebration. The Fool is in reverse. I'm not interested. Not taking action. That's, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Somebody trying to figure out who you gonna pop out with, though. Collective, if you single and you ain't popped out, yeah, they watching. They both watching. They both watching. They both watching. Your past person is watching you because they miss you and they want you back. You released them. You gave up on them. That sort of thing. This person is mad as fuck. King of Swords reverse. Somebody mad as fuck. This person, their past person could be going off on their rebound because they're pissed off at the fact that they're stuck with that motherfucking rebound. The rebound is stalking you and watching you, trying to see if you gonna come and take your past person back or if you gonna pop out with somebody else. What you gonna do? They watching, studying. They both are. Yeah, trying to see where you're going. Where are you going? What you gonna do? That's what they watching for. That's what they watching for. That's crazy as hell. Everybody want to know when you and your person pop out, when you and your new person pop out, whoever that individual may be, everybody gonna be like, oh my God, Divine Collective popped out with somebody. Damn, Divine Collective popped out with somebody. It ain't they ex. Damn. That's who they popped out with? That's a boss. That's this person. That's that person. I'm telling you, everybody is holding their breath to see who you gonna pop out with. Where you going? Where you going? Somebody gonna come in. Somebody got a King of Cups. King of Swords. Motherfucking Emperor. Okay, is this a Leo again? Yes. Somebody gonna be a fucking Leo? Golly, this Leo like, who is this Leo? What does Leo want? Since this Leo keep popping out. Who's this Leo? What's this Leo want? What is this about? Who's this Leo? Oh shit, somebody, the Seven of Swords is here. Somebody got a sneaky ass Leo in their energy. Somebody deceptive, somebody that can't be trusted. What's this Leo got going on? Yeah, something about working with this person. They need to be blocked. Okay, yeah. They need to be blocked. Working with them, it's like working with them will, like, you know, they're sneaky. They can't be trusted. They're also, this Leo, with whoever this is, somebody could have a Leo or somebody with Leo placements coming in. Yeah, they're gonna do the most. They're gonna cause you some sense of being overwhelmed or something like that. The Five of Pentacles is technically out here in the upright. Is something about this person blocking you from working with somebody or something like that, and then abandoning you or something like that. Yeah, this is a tower waiting to happen. This is somebody that's very arrogant and egotistical. They want to control you or some shit like that. Who the fuck is this? Why does this person feel like this about my collective? Why they feel like this? The Ace of Cups is here. What is this? This is a weird way to say I love you. What is this about? Why do they feel like this about my collective? What's this Ace of Cups? The Six of Wands is here. Somebody don't like the attention and the love that you get shown. They want to come in and cause some type of this person wants to block another individual from coming towards you and giving you some type of attention. You guys, it doesn't have to be a Leo. Don't hyperfixate on the sign. But for some of you, it will be a motherfucking Leo. And this person is not to be trusted. They're a karmic coming into your life to block you and create some type of instability within your life to prevent you from working with somebody that is coming in to give you a higher level of commitment, like attention, affection, genuine support, you know, compassionate lover, overpour of love. Somebody here. Yeah, they're sneaky. They're sneaky. They can't be trusted. Yeah. The Three of Cups is in reverse. Somebody here, this person they could be watching you and stalking you also. Like, I mean, somebody don't like the type of love that you receive or something like that, and somebody wants to come in and block you from celebrating, block you from being happy or something like that. I don't know why. I don't know. This person, that's what it looked like. Somebody wants to control you in some type of way, like control your happiness in some type of way. Like, what did my collective do to that person? Like, what did my collective do to that person? Like, what did collective do to this person? The Knight of Cups is here. What did my collective do to this person? Oh, you chose to be single. This could be somebody that you've turned down or something like that. You followed your heart and just chose to be single or something like that. You could have chose another option over this person, or you could have just chose to be single. Versus, the Ace of Swords is in reverse. This could be somebody that you stopped communicating with and went in another direction. I feel like this person could definitely be trying to come back in. Damn, these cards are all over the place. This person is coming back in with a motherfucking baby ass love offer or something like that, but there's some type of strategic moves around this love offer. Somebody wants to come in. They may even be apologetic and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If there was some type of like tension between you and whoever that Leo is, it doesn't have to be a Leo, but y'all just be mindful, especially while we're in the Mercury retrograde, people showing back up all apologetic, want to give you love offers and I love you and all of these different things, and I want to have a family with you and I want to do life with you and all these fucking different things. Somebody's breadcrumbing you and trying to block you from being able to work with somebody that actually is coming in to pour into you. This is somebody that's trying to get their lick back because you iced their ass out. You stopped talking to them. You chose to go where your heart called for you to go. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't interested in working with this person. Somebody might have waited some time to come back towards you just so that way they can motherfucking sabotage your forward movement. Waste your time is what it seemed like to me. Waste your time is what it seemed like to me. Damn. So you gotta just be mindful of that. And I keep telling y'all that when it comes to people coming back, remember the history. Remember the history. What happened between you and this person? Strangers turned lovers. We got a Scorpio here. and a Cancer here. Okay, I'm going to stop with this deck right here. Think it through, okay? Somebody drives a silver Toyota Camry. Okay, I'm going to stop with this deck right here. I feel like we've gotten everything we needed to get out of this deck. Okay, we got strangers turned lovers. Somebody here, you could be a Cancer, you could be a Scorpio, or you could have one coming in. I feel like we've gotten everything that we need to get out of this. Okay, we're going to go to one more deck. One more deck before I get out of here. Thank you guys so much for hitting that like button for me. Welcome into all of my new subscribers. And thank you to everyone who continues to tap in with me. I appreciate y'all so freaking much. Okay, somebody here, you're calling in your soulmate, and this could be the one. Holy Spirit, what is this message here for the collective? Like, what is going on here for the collective? What's going on here for the collective? What do they need to know about this energy that we channeled earlier today? There's a heart-to-heart conversation that's coming in. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. There's some type of heart-to-heart conversation that's coming in. Tell me more about it. What's going on? What's this energy? I'm telling y'all, somebody want to talk. Somebody gonna come in and want to talk. Okay, and there's something about being real playful. Okay, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine through. That's what I'm saying. Somebody's like, I'm willing to make certain adjustments and stuff like that, but are you? You deserve love. I'm willing to be open-minded. You know what I'm saying? I can love you. That's not a problem. I was just afraid that you wouldn't love me enough to motherfucking stay. Tell me about this heart-to-heart conversation here. What's this heart-to-heart conversation about? What's this heart-to-heart conversation about that somebody want to have? Unrequited love. Wow. Somebody wants to have a heart-to-heart conversation about unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Why does this person feel like this union with my collective is unrequited love? Or somebody might have thought that you wasn't feeling them or you wasn't attracted to them. Yeah, but with the Six of Swords reverse, somebody feel like y'all got unfinished business. It's also something about somebody needed to release some type of emotional baggage that was maybe even making them feel like they were unlovable or that they couldn't love other people or some shit like that. Somebody also thought another person was going to go back to somewhere. The Nine of Cups is in reverse. Pisces could be significant. Somebody thought that they wouldn't be able to satisfy you and that you would go back to somebody else, or that you would leave them behind, or that, you know, again, somebody could have thought that maybe you weren't as attracted to them. Somebody could have thought that, you know, you didn't feel them the way that they felt you or something like that. You ain't feel them strong enough to where, you know, a relationship would actually last between you two. And like I said, I feel like somebody don't realize just how powerful your energy is for a person. The Queen of Pentacles is here. Somebody thought that they wouldn't be able to satisfy a Queen of Pentacles. Somebody is on their shit. Somebody don't play either. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sagittarius, feminine energy could be significant. Somebody's a maternal figure. Somebody's like, somebody got that shit under control. Why did they think this? Why did they think this about my collective? Yeah. The Ten of Wands and the Fool is here. Aquarius and Aries could be significant. Leo and Sagittarius as well. Aries could be significant also. Somebody got a lot of things that they've been holding together that, you know, they would have to move forward from, you know. Okay, and somebody was just afraid that even doing this wouldn't be good enough for somebody as stable as you. The King of Pentacles is in reverse at the bottom of the deck. King of Wands reversed right up under that. Somebody could have thought that maybe they didn't have enough money for you. Somebody could have thought that they wasn't as attractive. Yeah, they were. It's like a lot of clouded judgment. Somebody was lying to themselves. Somebody was lying to themselves. They want to come in and talk about this. Again, give me this playfulness here. Somebody thought you would leave them. It is safe for you to love. Okay? Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Somebody wants to come in and be playful with you, have some type of conversation about the fact that they now know that it is safe for them to love you and hope that you will love them back. Somebody was dealing with some type of, that's too much, romantic feelings. Let go of control issues. You deserve love. Okay, I guess we'll take it. Okay, your feelings are real and worth exploring. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Somebody could have definitely been trying to like stronghold the direction of a union, and when you could have been like, no, that's not how I want to do things, or that doesn't work for me also. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was a control tactic that somebody put in place to try and protect themselves or something. But this person cannot control these feelings. They cannot control this dynamic like that. They have to allow for it to, like, you know, unfold naturally. But this doesn't mean like, this is, somebody is afraid of that. Like, that's why we seen that 7 of Wands. Somebody was like really trying to control things and keep everything under control and shit like that. But it's just like, they can't do that. And I feel like somebody could have thought like, okay, well, if I allow for the collective to just, you know, do whatever, then they might fuck around and think I'm not good enough. They might leave. They might, you know, whatever, like that sort of thing, or whatever the case may be. What's that? Live in light energy. See the beauty in life. Somebody got lighten up. Let me get a little bit out the Kipper deck. There's a privileged lady here, and the Lovers is in reverse. Gemini could be significant. Close it out. Close it out, please. What's the closing message here for this energy? There's a house here. Okay. Give me more about this. What's the closing message here for this energy? This person or whoever. And imprisonment is here. Damn, somebody feels stuck. Somebody feel trapped. 10 more. And the official person is here. Damn, somebody could be going through some type of legal proceedings. When it comes to some type of home situation or some type of stability or something like that. Some type of structure or something like that. Somebody could be stuck in some type of home. Tell me about this house. What about this house? What about this house? Thank you. Somebody is leaving. Damn. Damn. Heavy on that skirt. Somebody is escaping. Somebody is getting the fuck on. Okay. Somebody's leaving some type of house. They had to wait or something like that to be able to leave some type of situation. What's this imprisonment about? Ghost. Lost, disappearing act. What the fuck this person got going on? Y'all, for some of y'all, if this person ghosted you, they ass could have been in jail. That ain't for everybody, but that could be for somebody here. What about this official person? Somebody turned. Party animal, sex, drugs, and alcohol, surface level pleasures. Who the fuck is this? The month of February could be very significant for somebody here, or you could be seeing 2s everywhere. I got 20, 29, and 22. Somebody could also be seeing 222. Okay, heavy emphasis on that. November the 29th could be significant. November the 20th, the 22nd could be significant. Damn. Tell me about this house. Like, what's this about? This house and this lift off, and somebody, you know, rushed and did something. Somebody made some type of fast action or something like that towards something. Oh my goodness, y'all. I don't know where we just took a turn to. I don't know where we just took a turn to. There's some type of freaky ass things going on. I don't know who this is now, but this energy feels different. What's this imprisonment and this loss? Yeah, somebody's on an emotional roller coaster or something like that. They feel trapped. Somebody's scared or something like that. It's full of highs and lows. Somebody feels stuck. Give me this official person in this turn. What's this about? Yeah, new boo is in reverse. I don't know why I feel like this collective, this could be your past person and they motherfucking rebound that's watching you. They could have rushed and got a home together, or rushed and did something together or something like that, and now somebody's stuck. Now they stuck. They was freaky. Yo, somebody was being a player. Fugo is in reverse. Yeah, the passion is burning out. Somebody ain't got all of that heat and chemistry with somebody at this point. Penny pinching in reverse. Somebody, I don't know, they was being extra. They was spending a lot of money on somebody or something like that, or some shit. What is this about? What is this? Tell me about this right here. What's this kinky ass shit somebody got going on? Somebody be at brothels. Damn. The Temperance is in reverse. Big Sagittarius energy. Somebody is unstable. Somebody is freaked out, y'all. They got a lot of addictions and things like that. Secrets. The moon is here. Secrets. Secretly unstable. Somebody got a lot of addictions and things like that they are involved in or something like that. This does not have to be this new person. I don't feel like this new person. What do this got to do with my collective? The Knight of Cups is here. What's this Knight of Cups? Somebody is, oh my goodness. The Page of Cups is here. Somebody coming in with an offer. What's this offer? What are they offering? What are they offering? Damn, the King of Pentacles is in reverse. Who the fuck is this? Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Leo, masculine energy. Somebody got and the Knight of Pentacles is here. Somebody saying they want to come in and do the work or something like that. That they've been dragging their feet to fucking do. To get stable, get control over themselves or something like that. What do this person want? What does this person want? They said they willing to slow down. Damn, the Empress is in reverse. This sound like it's some toxic shit, y'all. I don't know what this is. This shit sound like it's low vibrational as fuck. What's this Empress reverse got going on? Somebody was distracted by a karmic film. Yeah, the Four of Swords is in reverse. Somebody can't heal. Somebody could be sick or something like that. Ooh, this shit feel low vibrational as hell. Somebody now they ready to slow down or something like that. But they feel trapped. They feel trapped. Somebody's on an emotional roller coaster. What's this imprisonment about? What they stuck in? The Magician, they called this shit in. They called this into their reality. Gemini, Taurus, and Libra. Heavy on the Taurus with the Hierophant here. They called this shit in. They literally practically prayed for this motherfucking reality. Tell me more about this. The High Priestess is in reverse. Y'all, I don't know what the fuck these folks got going on, but let me tell you something. Whoever this is, there's a karmic toxic ass couple here, a little Timu. Mr. and Mrs. Timu is out here. There could be a group of these folks that's freaked out. It could be some type of coven or cult shit going on. Where the hell we just go? That's real freaky and kinky. Somebody wants to get away from this shit, but they can't get away from this shit. Tell me more about what's going on with these folks. This is, yeah, whatever they were working on, it didn't work. Whatever they were working on, somebody was doing some work on another individual. It didn't work. They wasted their time. There's no reward for this. The Emperor is still coming in. Somebody's still going to go from being single to dealing with somebody that does not fucking play about them. The Lovers is in reverse. Somebody tried to block some lovers from coming together, but it didn't work. It didn't work. Somebody is still coming back towards you. And I feel like you got another person that's coming towards you also with some type of offer of saying that they want to get their shit together. They want to slow down. They don't want to live some type of fast life or something like that. But this person is coming in as a distraction to you and to block you and throw you off your pivot from going into. I feel like this is that fucking Leo energy, whoever that individual is, but it don't have to be. It's a lot of people. Tell me about this official person that's turned. Somebody could be going to jail. Somebody could have somebody that's of some type of status or something like that that could be going to jail. The King of Cups is in reverse. This person is an emotional manipulator. They live a certain type of lifestyle behind closed doors. The Three of Cups is in reverse. Okay, and there's something about people being made aware of this. Whoever, ooh, I feel like this is bad. Yeah, the Seven of Wands in reverse. Somebody's losing their protection or something like that. Damn. My God. And for somebody here, whoever this wild individual is, the person that's going to expose them, if this is somebody that's in like politics or somebody that got some type of like reputation or something like that, y'all take it as it resonates. This is not going to be for everybody because not all of y'all are dealing with somebody that's like of an official status or anything like that or something like that, or maybe they just very popular in the community or some shit like that. For those of y'all that are, this person is wild and reckless. They got a lot of secrets. They got a lot of sneaky ass shit that they're involved in, a lot of, you know, desires and all of these different things. Somebody's in a secret cult or a coven or some shit like that, and whatever the fuck work they were doing, these folks are stuck in it now. Somebody is scared. They're emotionally unstable. You know, but they manifested this into their reality. There is no getting out of this. And I feel like for somebody here, these friends or whoever this person was celebrating with is going to be the ones to expose them. Their friends or whoever they was having a good time with. For some of y'all, it's going to be their new boo. I feel like this could be that past person and that rebound that's stalking you. I feel like somebody, you got a couple of different people in your energy. You got a couple of different people, toxic, obsessed individuals that are getting karma. Capricorn, Libra, heavy on that Capricorn energy. We've been seeing it all reading. Okay, yeah, they're not happy. They're not happy. 9 of Cups in reverse. Pisces energy. They're not happy. They're not getting what the fuck they wanted. Motherfuckers wanted you to come back and be open to them, but they misjudged this whole situation with you and what you were gonna do, and we keep getting that. I don't know, like, why did these people want my collective to come back? Why did they want my collective to come back? It's something about some type of illusion or confusion or something like that. Somebody, there's a kitchen witch. There's a kitchen witch. Somebody was jealous of your 10 of Pentacles or something like that. Somebody thought you would come back to reconcile with a person, but you didn't. There's a group of them. This would have, like, they wanted you to come back because this would have you deviate away from your plan, your path, or something like that, that you're being called to take. Yeah. That go King of Wands in reverse. Yeah. 3 Wands in reverse. They would be able to put obstacles in the way of whatever you're preparing. You prepare for yourself, the expansion that you are set out to receive. The forward movement was set to come in for you. They would be able to make your life miserable, basically. Yeah, but you are free with the Page of Wands here. You're free. You're free to move however you feel called to move. Okay, you're busy doing things that make you happy. You're balancing things out. You're very expressive. Okay, and this is like, got some people stuck in some type of cycle. They're trapped. Damn. They're stuck in a cycle of setbacks. You being free and expressive and moving however you feel called to move, you know, going where you feel called to go and bringing balance to your life without being connected to this person and these people, it's got them stuck. Somebody tried to do a destiny swap. Yeah, but this cycle is closed. This is done. Okay. This cycle is done. Somebody here. It's closed. You've completed whatever lesson it was that you needed to learn with whoever the fuck this individual is. Somebody is stuck in whatever the hell freaky ass shit they had going on with a new person that they had all of this, you know, they was turned up doing all type of wild crazy shit with or something like that. Yeah, they was real extra. They was real extra doing the most. Somebody thought they was going to be in some type of official status or something like that. But if they could have thought they were going to like destroy a soulmate union, yeah, but you're well on your way to where you're supposed to be. You're well on your way to where you're supposed to be. All right, Holy Spirit, let's get these last little confirmations or whatever. Sorry if it's loud. You guys, please be mindful. This is my only page. I don't have any backup pages, so I'll never reach out to you. I don't have a Instagram or a Facebook, and I'm on TikTok and YouTube at Head.Lioness. Everything spelled correctly, nothing added to my name, okay, except for that period. So do not allow scammers to take advantage of you. I will never reach out to you or solicit you for a personal. The only way to connect with me is through the link in my bio. If you catch me on live, or if you hit the booking page in the description of this video. If you're in the description of the video, you might as well go ahead and subscribe to my email, my mailing list and stuff like that, so you can gain access to discounts and all of these different things. Take advantage of my discount codes for crystals and gems and all of the things or whatever, and book you a personal to see what part of this energy actually belongs to you, because again, this is a general collective message and not everything will resonate with everybody. Okay, you just need to take it, don't force it, and flip and reverse roles as you need to. Okay, we're gonna get some final messages here, and that's gonna be that, you guys. Yeah, let's go ahead and close it out. Holy Spirit, what's the closing confirmations, you know, clarity, what else we need to know? Okay. Somebody's first, middle, or last name could be Arthur Pendleton. Somebody's name could be Maylin. Okay, somebody could be of Asian, Korean, Japanese ethnicity. Okay, somebody has a Cancer Saturn. Okay, somebody is, has a Cancer Saturn. Okay, somebody said they miss you. Okay, I'm sorry I lied is here. I wish I would have listened is here. What did my collective tell this person that they wish they would have listened about? What do they wish they would have listened about? Somebody, sorry they lied, they miss you, they wish they would have listened. Tell me more. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody procrastinated, they drug their feet. Somebody is learning a lesson about being non-committal. Okay, about not giving you an offer. They're watching, they're learning. Page of Swords is here. Somebody sees what you were saying now. The moon is here, Cancer, Pisces. This is somebody that is watching you behind the scenes, and they wish they would have listened to the Queen of Cups. They wish they would have listened to the Queen of Cups. Somebody knows that you had their best interest at heart. You were only telling them things because you actually cared. Somebody wishes they would have listened to you about committing to them. Somebody could have a Gemini Pluto. Okay, a Gemini Pluto. Somebody has an Aries Mars. Okay. Somebody said it's your fault. Okay. What do they think is my collective's fault? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. What do they feel like is my collective's fault? Somebody, the Queen of Pentacles is here. You're very stable. You unbothered. You don't give a fuck. Tell me more about it. You focused on your bag. The Four of Cups is here. Somebody feels like it's your fault. They're being rejected or ignored or something like that. Tell me more about this. What do they feel like is my collective's fault? The Queen of Pentacles is out here again. What is, somebody feels like it's the Queen of Pentacles' fault that another person is being rejected or uninterested in them or something like that. Tell me more about it. Yeah, the Temperance is in reverse, big Sagittarius. Somebody feels like it's your fault that there's an imbalance in something. What do they feel like my collective did? What did the Queen of Pentacles do? The Knight of Pentacles is here. Somebody feels like they're being juggled with you with somebody else. Like somebody is with maybe even a past person of yours, and because this person desires you so fucking much, a rebound or a third party feels like they're being juggled, like they're having to compete with you for attention, affection, desire, interest, like that sort of thing. Somebody definitely wants to work with you. Somebody wants to bring balance to a situation with you, but it's causing an imbalance in a whole nother situation. And whoever this third party is blaming you. They're saying it's your fault. Yeah, the Strength is in reverse, big Leo, that somebody doesn't have any passion or confidence in them. Somebody doesn't want to give to them or something like that. Yeah, the Three of Wands is here. Like it's your fault that somebody is like looking forward past them or something like that because they want to try again with you. The Eight of Cups is in reverse. It's your fault. It's your fault. That's what somebody feels. Wow. Somebody feels like it's your fault. Damn. Somebody's name could be Gary Henderson. First, middle, or last name. Somebody's name is Caleb Brooks. First, middle, or last name. Somebody's name is Sophia Thorne. Sophia keeps popping out. First, middle, or last name. Somebody's name is Iris Allen. First, middle, or last name. I'm pissed you changed is here. And somebody has a Pisces Neptune. Okay, so we have Cancer, Aries, Pisces, Gemini. Okay, that came out. Capricorn also dominated the reading today. What did my collective change? What changed about my collective? What changed about my collective? I feel like somebody has a love-hate relationship with you Tell me what changed about my collective. What do they feel like changed? Not the page, the Knight of Cups is here. Somebody here, you went off and followed your heart. You did what you felt called to do. Somebody is also very charming and nice and friendly with other people, but whoever this individual is, you don't fuck with them and they know that you don't fuck with them. The Magician is here. Somebody here, you went off and followed your heart and you're powerful. You've called all of your power back. Somebody here, you're a master manifester. Somebody hates that you changed. How was my collective before? How was my collective before? Oh, the King of Cups is in reverse. 8 of Swords here. Somebody was able to emotionally manipulate you before. Somebody was able to have you feeling restricted. Somebody was able to have you caught up in your head, second guessing yourself, consumed with self-doubt and all of these different things. Somebody was able to love bomb you. Somebody was an energy vampire, able to take advantage of you. You've changed. You following your heart and you're calling back all your power and manifesting and taking action. Yeah, and you have this person weak. Now they're weak. They can't siphon your energy anymore. Somebody, you know, they could have been like depriving you, keeping you stuck and restricted in some sort of headspace, maybe where you felt bound in some type of way. Somebody definitely benefited off of that. And they thought you were weak. They thought you were weak. They thought you were a coward. They thought you were powerless, or this person was siphoning all of your fucking power, all of your energy, but you've changed. Now you're following your heart. You're being kinder to yourself. You're harnessing your power. You're utilizing the resources that the divine has given you, and you're taking action. And again, somebody's a master manifester. Okay, somebody here, you have been able to turn nothing into something. You're not second guessing yourself anymore. This person cannot emotionally manipulate or love bomb you anymore. They can't. Their word doesn't hold so much weight. Yeah, and they're watching you do this. Their words don't hold so much weight. You don't give a fuck about what they have to say. You also don't give a fuck about what they think of you either. You don't give a fuck about them seeing you. The Chariot is in reverse. You don't give a fuck about somebody watching you and going back and talking about some shit. You don't give a fuck about none of that. Somebody watching, waiting for you to come back. You're not coming back. They hate that you changed. You're the Empress. Come through. You're the Empress. Taurus, Libra. You're the Empress. They're watching you. They thought they could stop you. They thought they could have you second guess yourself. Somebody felt powerful, making you think less of yourself. But you're not in that energy anymore. Somebody, you know exactly who the fuck you are. And you're moving in the direction that you feel called to move in unapologetically. Somebody here, which with you doing that, a motherfucker who was siphoning and taking advantage of you being in some low vibrational space, they can't take advantage of you anymore. So now they're fucking weak. This coward is being exposed for being the fucking coward that they are. They're powerless with the Strength in reverse. Yeah. That's what this is. Somebody is pissed that you changed. They're pissed that you changed. Okay? Yeah, the Lovers is here. The Ace of Cups is here. The Queen of Swords in reverse. You guys, somebody here, they thought you would be a, like, you know, I don't know why I just heard the Mad Queen. Somebody thought you would be emotionally detached and cold-hearted, and after some type of breakup, you would be a bitch and you would be hard to love, and that's not the case at all. You're very nurturing and supportive. You're very stable, you know, emotionally grounded. Somebody here, you're in your creative bag, okay? Somebody here, you're all the queens in one. Reverse genders and roles as you need to, but one thing you ain't is motherfucking scared. You ain't no loser. You ain't a failure. Somebody here, you sitting back unbothered and you're at peace. You're healing yourself, and for some of you, you're healing others, okay? And a big part of this person's karma is they will not be able to take advantage of that. If they were doing any type of work with a motherfucking coat or with a motherfucking coven, all of that shit is backfiring. They're all realizing they're stuck in it now. Imprisonment. They was wild and reckless, freaked out, all of the things. Thought they would block your heart chakra, thought they would block you from a new relationship and all of that. No, that's not what happened. And for somebody here, whoever this other individual is that was going through the ringer and y'all done been through all of these trials and tribulations through lifetimes, this person is getting their shit together and they're going to be coming back towards you. I feel like you could have upwards to like 3 people in your motherfucking energy, 3 or 4 people, because you got a karmic ass rebound, a third party that's stalking you and watching you also. You know what I'm saying? Worried that you're going to come and take your crunchy ass past person back from them. Even though you ain't a bit more worried about that crunchy ass past person. They can kick rocks and suck a mean one, is what I just heard somebody here. Damn, I ain't said that since I was in high school. You know, somebody could go all the way back to high school with a person. It's a dub. It's done. It's done. You got them. You got them. Trust me when I tell you, you got them. Okay? But it's something about like this new person coming towards you. But I also feel like you could have another individual that you curved that could want to come back in also and try and like love bomb you or something like that. So y'all just be careful out here when it comes to connecting with people. Cross your T's, dot your I's, but don't be a bitch and don't be stubborn and holding grudges against people. You know what I'm saying? It is lonely at the top and you will have to navigate that shit like real strategically, because everybody is attracted to the light. Okay, everybody is attracted to the light. Some people can't stand the motherfucking light and they want to come in and try and strategically put out your spark. So you got to be mindful of who you're dealing with. It's a lot that's going on here. Okay, it's a lot in the energy. So you guys just take your time. Don't rush into any decisions or anything like that. And if it don't make sense, or if you can't make sense of it, get the fuck out of there. Don't waste a whole lot of time. Okay, I call my energy back to me, cleansed and purified. I send yours back to you the same. That's what I got for you, you guys. Please hit that like button if you made it all the way here. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Okay, subscribe if you're new here. Get caught up on other messages that we've had. It's 8:52. Damn, I don't know if this is gonna post on time for you guys by 9 when I normally get on live. But I am gonna go ahead and get this uploaded for y'all right now. Everything for me is in the description of this video and the link in my bio. I will talk to y'all on the next one. Bye.